What's going on, Jeromes? The Minnesota Vikings look to add some depth in the wide receiver room this season in the draft. And yes, we got to get out of the way. You can buy me Zay Flowers, all that stuff. Write my name in the sand. Let's talk about Boston College wide receiver Zay Flowers today. Background: he is 22 years young, 23 in September, 5'9", a $182. He is a senior, former 3-star recruit from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Took his talents to Chestnut Hill, made an impact for the Eagles right away. 4-year contributor, a little bit more of a running back, scat back at the beginning, but then turned into the engine of the Eagles passing game about his sophomore season. Senior year, 78 catches, 1,077 yards receiving, 12 touchdowns. Was first team All ACC 2020 and 2022. Was third team in 2021. And testing wise, so at the combine, obviously undersized by all NFL standards and metrics: height, weight, wingspan, arm length, etc. Hand size is fine. But then you look at broad jump, was amazing. 40-yard dash of 4.42. Hey, remember when 4.42 for a receiver was fast? Now it's just like, you didn't go 4.3. But only a 1.53 10-yard split, and we know the Kwesi loves him some 10-yard splits, so maybe that will be disqualifying. Who really knows? And this is Lance Zierlein, NFL.com scouting report. NFL comparison: Travis Benjamin. Breaking Benjamin, Diary of Jane. Overview: slot target who plays with unbridled energy and immense confidence. Flowers is slightly built but can sidestep press and fly into action with above-average acceleration and an attacking demeanor. Flowers has a tendency to rush his routes, but his ability to play with speed and move with athleticism makes him hard to read for defenders. His ball skills will shine brightly at times, but frustrating drops come with the package. Flowers has the skill set to become a valuable playmaker as a pro. And for Zay Flowers, separation is king. So he did place him outside. I think that he's going to make a home in the slot in the National Football League, but he's a deep ball jet sweep threat every single time. He's got great vision and agility, and we've compared him to Percy Harvin before. Now he isn't as stoutly built as Percy. I mean, Percy was built like a freaking running back, but just him in the open field, he does have good vision. He sets his blocks up well, and also so we made a note that he's never really tackled hard, and that's something that you're concerned about when you have receivers this size or smaller like Tank Dell. It's like, will they be able to hold up to punishment going across the middle in the National Football League? But again, it may just speak to Flowers' agility and vision, but you just really don't see him taking a clean shot from the defender, and maybe he just knows how to protect himself, and that is certainly a skill in of itself. He does have a career 6.8, almost nice yards after catch per reception. So whenever he gets his mitts on the ball, it does turn into a bit of a punt return. So love to see that. He does have some punt return ability. Returned a couple in 2022. Problem is, like Zierlein mentioned, he did have 9 drops in 2022, which is about a 10% drop rate. So sort of is what it is. And also, he's not physically imposing. Like, I don't think that he'll ever be a go over the middle type guy, but you're seeing this more in the NFL where, slot receiver used to be the slot receiver, short, shifty, go over the middle, take a lick from a linebacker or a safety and keep going. But I mean, Zay Flowers is a legit deep threat from the slot position, and I think that is where his bread is going to be buttered. And you look at guys like Tyreek Hill. I mean, he's a one-trick guy, but it's a hell of a trick. And I think Zay Flowers, even though he didn't test with elite speed, he plays with elite speed. He's got great quickness and change of direction, and he can be that guy who, like we mentioned, like in this draft, like there isn't a clear guy who's going to be a wide receiver 1. You just don't really see that. You see a lot of slot receivers. You see a lot of wide receiver 2s, wide receiver 3s who are going to play great niches on some teams, and you just don't see a guy who you could say is like, hey, that's our top tier wide receiver 1. Like maybe Quentin Johnston, but that's really about it. But Zay Flowers, for all of his issues, like he still is wide receiver 4 in this class because it's not top heavy, but it is deep and it is wide. And there's a number of guys who are going to be making money very early in their NFL careers, year 1, year 2. I think Zay Flowers could certainly be that guy. I think that he will definitely be there at 23. If the Vikings want to look into trading down, I think that he will be available bottom of the first, top of the second type area. But we'll see what happens. I think that he is a very exciting player. I think that he'll definitely make some plays on Sundays, but I think that he will be more of a niche more of a supplemental piece on offense, and that's exactly what the Vikings need. I mean, just imagine an offense where you got Jefferson doing Jefferson things. You got Zay Flowers taking the top off the defense as well as being a jet sweep threat. You got KJ doing KJ things and TJ Hawkinson in the middle of the field. That's a hell of an offense, man. That's fantastic. But Zay Flowers very electric and should be in the wheelhouse for the Vikings when they're on the clock. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings need to draft Boston College wide receiver Zay Flowers. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.